India Global.
India Global.
Hello and welcome. Join us on a unique trip to one of the world's largest economies.
And to two of its founding members that are amongst the smallest countries in Europe.
Yes, we're visiting Belgium, Luxembourg,
and the European Union.
From the fading light of light, like a phoenix out of the ashes seeking.
Formed after World War II, the European Economic Community evolved into what is now the European Union, or the EU, in 1993.
This economic and political association of European countries seeks barrier-free markets and trade access within the continent, has a common currency, the euro, and rests on three pillars: the European Community, common foreign and security policy, and police and judicial cooperation.
Telling us more about the EU is India's ambassador to the EU, Belgium and Luxembourg, Manjeev Singh Puri.
The European Union is a unique economic and political union. It consists of 28 countries. It's the world's largest economy with a combined GDP of nearly 13 trillion euros. It's the world's largest integrated trading bloc, contributing nearly 20% of world trade. With a population of around 500 million and a GDP per capita of over 20,000 euros, it is also the world's largest wealthy market.
Ambassador Puri outlines the importance of the EU for India.
It is our largest trading partner. Our two-way trade last year was over 100 billion euros, and in addition, we had around 25 billion euros of trade in services. It is India's largest source of foreign direct investment. Last year, the European Union sent more than 6 billion euros of FDI to India. Over a period of 10 years, it has contributed nearly $200 billion of FDI to India.
The EU is also an important destination for Indian investment, says Ambassador Puri.
In the last 10 years, Indian companies have invested more than $50 billion in Europe. Some of them are among Europe's largest employers in the private sector.
Ambassador Puri speaks of the historic ties between India and Europe.
We have old, historic, economic, cultural and people-to-people links with Europe. India was one of the first countries to establish diplomatic ties with the European Union more than 50 years back. In 2004, we entered into a strategic partner with the European Union, and we have annual summits at the level of the Prime Minister with the European Union. This year, we are going to be marking 10 years of this strategic partnership. And as we commemorate this historic event, we aim to deepen and widen our partnership into newer areas.
And Europe is home to a large Indian diaspora.
It is the home for one of our vibrant diaspora, which serves as a bridge between our people. We have seen members of the Indian community do exceedingly well in Europe, with several of them holding high positions, including in the political sphere and as leading members of the corporate world.
Waterloo, in present-day Belgium, was the site of one of Europe's bloodiest battles when Napoleon was defeated by an Anglo-Allied army, changing the course of history on June 18, 1851.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks...
Lines from the war memorial poem by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. The vast number of graves in Belgium's Flanders region, one of the main battle sites of World War I, gives a perspective to the tragic scale of the Great War fought by soldiers from around the world.
2014 marks the 100th anniversary of World War I. Indian Ambassador to Belgium, Luxembourg and the EU, Manjeev Singh Puri says,
over 100,000 Indian soldiers fought in the battlefields of Belgium in the First World War and also braved the very first chemical weapons attacks. Several thousand of them paid the supreme sacrifice.
These battles, followed by World War II, were amongst the reasons for Belgium, along with neighbouring Luxembourg, to be among the foremost advocates for European integration.
Both these Western European countries, envisioning a community moving forward with trade and economic prosperity towards political security rather than dispute and battle, are founder members of the EU.
A piece played on the saxophone of Adolphe Sax, the Belgian who invented the instrument. Brussels, the capital of Belgium, centrally located in Western Europe, hosts principal EU institutions, the headquarters of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, and numerous international organizations, and is popularly called the capital of Europe.
A hereditary constitutional monarchy, Belgium has three relatively autonomous regions: Dutch-speaking Flanders in the north, Wallonia in the south, where the language is French, and centrally located Brussels, which is officially bilingual.
With its central location, good climate, resources, expertise, and a key role on the continental and international stage, Belgium is today a world-class commercial center. On the close and friendly ties between India and Belgium, Ambassador Manjeev Singh Puri says,
We have had old relationships with Belgium in the areas of academics, in exchange at the level of people. But these relationships have since widened and today encompass nearly every sector of human endeavor and certainly the economy. Indeed, I wonder in how many places can we literally go and buy our iconic motorcycle, the Bullet, off the shelf. We can do it in Brussels. Recognizing this fact, India established its embassy in Brussels in 1947, soon after our independence. This embassy is accredited to Belgium, to Luxembourg, and the European Union. 2013 was particularly special. Honorable Rashtrapati Ji paid a first ever state visit to Belgium in October. He was also the first head of state to be received by the new king of the Belgians, King Philippe. Rashtrapati Ji and the king jointly inaugurated Europalia India, the largest festival of India to be held abroad in recent years, centered around Brussels. In November, we were privileged to host the sister of the king, Princess Astrid, who led a 300-strong business delegation from Belgium to India.
And diamonds figure prominently in our trade with Belgium.
Diamonds are the major commodity in our trading basket. We are proud that members of the Indian diaspora play a most significant role in the world's largest diamond center in Antwerp, Belgium. Indian companies are among the most active partners of Belgian companies in the major areas of the future in IT, mobile telephony, etc.
And now let's go to Luxembourg. Poupée de Cire representing Luxembourg, nominated among the 14 best Eurovision songs. Luxembourg is one of the world's richest countries, buoyed by a booming financial services sector, political stability, and European integration.
It is a parliamentary democracy headed by a constitutional monarch.
India enjoys warm ties with Luxembourg, strengthened by regular exchange of high-level visits. Luxembourg is a member of the Nuclear Suppliers Group and supported India-US nuclear agreement for peaceful purposes in 2008.
On commercial ties between India and Luxembourg, Indian ambassador to Luxembourg, Belgium, and the EU, Manjeev Singh Puri says,
Luxembourg is one of the top financial hubs in the globe and ranks among India's biggest investors. A very large number of Luxembourg-domiciled funds specifically target India. Indeed, Indian global depository receipts listed in Luxembourg represent over a quarter of the overall value of all GDRs listed at the Luxembourg Stock Exchange.
After that trip to the commercial nerve centers of Europe, here's a double-decker quiz for you.
A telescope in India is being built as part of space technology cooperation with Belgium. Where is it located?
And a dedicated Luxembourgian cargo liner operates from which Indian city?
Send in your answers to indiajourneys360@gmail.com.
The first three listeners sending in the correct answers will get a music CD from the AIR archives and a DVD from the Ministry of External Affairs.
Congratulations, Puneet Babu from Hyderabad and Smriti Shukla from Lucknow for the right answer to our question on Kyrgyzstan.
30th May Friday is the 9th day of the third month of Jeshta of the year 1936 in the Shaka calendar.
Until next time then, goodbye.
And travel safe.